Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the Ferg Show on IntellectualRadio.com. And I'm your host, Kendall K. Ferg, in the building. And as always, it's never a great show. Sometimes it's a really good show, though. But anyway, always got to have my co-host with the most, the one and only, Marcus Shark in the building.
What up, Ferg? What's going on, bro?
I'm good, brother. How you feeling, man?
I'm good in this weekend.
Hey, listen, we're going to get to my weekend. I had sex and everything, all right? It was one of them weekends. I mean, it went down. But we got a lot of guests we need to
Somebody
get.
else had a bad weekend. Go ahead, finish.
Don't worry. We switch weekends because you normally have those sexy weekends, and I usually have those lonely nights. But nevertheless, great weekend. But nevertheless, we got a lot of super dope talent in the building and good friends of mine. So it's always a good show when I have good friends in the building because we can go there with each other and still hug and embrace. And that's what I love about the actually every single person that we have on this panel today. So I'm gonna do Marcus Shark the honors of allowing you to introduce one of the comedians. That's wild. Just press in, please. That's yeah. I could have swore I had a do not disturb on that phone.
But man, we got my boy in the building, man. If you want to talk Chicago comedy history,
wait, we don't start there. We end there. I mean, I don't know who taught you how to do this. You don't start there. You end there. You don't start there.
He's just going for his
you work your way up. You start that way. You go that way. You go that way.
You said it to do.
I'm doing them all. Look, boy, this man look trap hair. All right, look. In the building, man. One of the young guns in the comedy game, man. Very, very, very funny brother, man. Doing his thing. When I tell y'all, his drive and his hustle and his push on the game
is real.
Reminds me an awful lot of Dave Chappelle. And I think he's gonna be like one of the dudes later on in the game that's gonna be crazy fire that I'm gonna be on 10 to be able to say that I know him and that I gave him great advice. So he gotta throw me in some of his movies, or I'm coming to the set and kick all the cameras over. Y'all put y'all hands together for the one and only young gun in the game, funny man, Mr. Marcus Shakes.
Yeah. Happy to be here, y'all. Happy to be here.
Son. Thank you, man. Glad to have you here, Big Daddy Kane, little son. But look, so next in the building, y'all, is a very, 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 very funny comedian. I love her personally for her inner energy, her inner beauty. And she has an amazing bedroom. Don't ask me how I know. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, if we on the Ferg Show, we might as well let them know what we do with the pants. I mean, what we don't do with them. No, I'm just playing. This young.
I was about to say, if I forgot about that, that's not good for him.
Yeah. No, you would never forget. Don't do me like that. I can tell. Listen, I can talk about all my dreams and aspirations on my show that I want, and in my mind, we bumped and grind. But listen, y'all, the very, very, very funny, lovely Rashida. I like to call her twin, but nevertheless, Rashida in the building, y'all.
It's two of her.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
right.
right.
Another me. A lot of people like to make us one, but
yeah, I like to put y'all.
Okay.
So the next comedian we got, Marcus. I'm gonna go ahead because I know this is what you've been waiting on all week.
What, man?
What? All week you've been waiting to introduce Miko.
Yeah,
he don't do nothing. Listen. Go ahead. I don't even want to interrupt you.
Man, he just did something phenomenal in the city, man. And you see your guys out here that you work with telling their jokes all the time, but when you see them put them together for a special, you know what I'm saying? Right. An hour special, and you sit there like, man, like it's brand new. Man, that's phenomenal. And that's what my guy just did. I need y'all to show some love. My main man, Mr. B. Cole.
What up?
Chicago's very own.
Love. Hey, you know, I'm getting my training on at your room. You do on Tuesdays.
I appreciate that.
The Angels, man. Angels is a dope spot. Ferg, you there all the time. And a good place to work out.
Great place to work out.
A lot of people don't realize that, you know, when they see the big show, they don't see what we lead up.
Yeah.
They don't see the pathway to that. You know, and we got to get our training on like a fighter. You know, he trained in the gym before he hit that Vegas.
Yeah, I was just talking. Me and Marcus was talking earlier this week about that same thing about the you all share. So one of my things on my page that I put up was I wanted just all comedians. I mean, whether you like me, whether you don't like me, whether you cool with me, you're not cool with me, or whatever. You know, all that's so remedial to me. At the end of the day, answer the question on the page. The question on the page is, what 3 comedians inspired you, and who brought you to the stage first?
Great question.
And these are just, these are just questions to kind of help comedians know each other a little better and see inner workers or inner circles and different things. And just, for me, it's just all about love. But nevertheless, Marcus, I know you and Marcus share one of the people that inspired you all together was Damon Wayans.
Damon Wayans. That's
right. So Marcus was talking about how he's seen Damon Wayans like early on before the Mo Money.
That was the first time before world ever heard him say Mo Money, I got to see him do that live at the Regal.
Absolutely. So
didn't know what I was witnessing at the time. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was bringing that up to say that's what a lot of times audiences in Chicago and some of these smaller rooms, you don't realize that you're really witnessing,
history.
History. You know what I mean? And it's like it's a build up to that history. It's like this is the earlier part, or this is the boardroom meetings or the strategizing, and you're seeing different things like that. Like being in them open mics are critical. Like I always invite people like everywhere, come out to the open mics, because your favorite comedian is in the building now. You know what I mean? It's like I'm a buyer, like I'm a licensed barber, but I picked up a lot of clientele in barber college before I got in the shop and started cutting and really getting some money. It was a lot of cats that saw me in barber college, cut them a couple of times, like, yo, I'm going wherever you go. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like what the small clubs do.
That's how you got to build up your audience, man. Because like you're gonna attract the ones who like you. You can't make everybody laugh, so don't even try it. Absolutely. But the ones that they get you, they're gonna follow you. And that's why I was telling Shakes earlier, man. I was just like, just keep going to Riddles, because I did Riddles Comedy Club last night with Damon Williams. Like he got it held down on the weekends. Big ups to Damon. It was a great show with JD, Joey Villagomez. I'm sorry. Yeah,
I thought it was Leon's birthday joint last night.
No, his is next week.
Okay.
But man, we packed that joint out. You know what I'm saying? Like Damon headline did like an hour and a half, but Shakes was there as a student looking, you know what I'm saying? And he couldn't get on every show as do a guest spot.
Good.
But Good. But that's the thing. It's like that's what I told him. I said when we do comedy clubs, it's not like, you know what I'm saying, these lounges and stuff like that. The comedy clubs are the places, you know what I'm saying?
Which I'm gonna reference this all day. We're not gonna take the conversation on. I'm just gonna reference it all day. I always say the whole world is set up on rules. Okay.
Right.
Everything is everything is rule laws, basically. Everything is laws. So the whole situation, like we talked about last week about, don't feed the kids first. That's a law, because that's the same way he went into the comedy club and he didn't get a chance to go up. Watch the bigger heads eat.
Yes, sir.
Watch the big heads eat, and then that'll give you an appetite.
Right.
So I just wanted to go back.
That was great.
We're going to do that
great analogy.
all
great
week.
Analogy, bro.
We go.
You need some more women followers that need to hear that message.
All week. So, and that's the whole thing about it, is like, yo, you trying to.
Rashid, we need her to hear last week. You heard what she just said?
No, what she
just said women talking about feeding their kids first.
Yeah, so you need some more women followers to hear that message.
I mean, a lot of people, not even just women followers. I mean, a lot more guy followers too. Because, one of the dudes that was sitting right there was the biggest advocate for feed the kids first. And I'm like, yo, kid.
Well, we know who wears the pants
like,
in that house.
Not stupid in the manner, but you know what I mean? Like not disrespectfully stupid, but just like, oh, dude, that's stupid. You know what I mean? So like, nah, that's it.
And that can be an analogy for all levels of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's
Not
the thing.
just,
Here's why I said law. Because one thing about the law, it don't change. Like, you throw a hammer in the air, stand up under it, it's gonna bust you in your damn head. I don't give a damn who you pray to, who you call on, who you ask for. I don't give a damn what you do. You throw that hammer in the air and stand up under it. Concussion, playboy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
so when you talk about laws, things are just, they're laws. You fertilize something, it grow. See all of us laws. You know what I mean? Your grass, your garden. The laws don't change. The laws, the body. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So I mean, it's like the laws don't change. When you talk about the laws, everything is law. Like, for example, letter of the law. How I get that?
I'm about to go.
This is the letter of the law. This is my new segment called K Ferg's Letter of the Law. I believe that when raising children, we back on these damn kids. I believe that when raising children, you do not teach your kids to do as you do. You teach your kids to do as you say.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have not earned the right to mess up like I have. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? You ain't earned the right to do stuff that you ain't supposed to do yet. You got to get to a certain point and level in life to do things you're not supposed to do. That's all I'm trying to tell you. So I do not want to hear nobody else talk about, well, with my kids, I lead by example. No, I lead by verbal. You understand what I'm saying? And physical, if that don't work.
But what's crazy is the way the mind works. We can teach them that all day long, but just as people, we always do as people do, not as they say. Like, perfect example. All y'all do y'all hand like this. Now put it on your chin. Put it on your chin.
Chin or cheek? You want to?
See, you didn't do as I say. You did as I did.
Yeah, you did. That's right.
I said
put it on your chin.
And I did it. See.
That's the moral of the story.
Got you.
Because you pretty though. If he had said out, man, I ain't doing none of that. I would have been listening to it.
So it's like we could tell them
they don't care.
Right. She's real upset with that.
So I got that example. I got that. Yeah, that's a good example. Because you was like, it is on my chin.
It's like the Simon Says game. You like Simon Says.
I put it on my cheek. He don't do it. I said
roll the tape back. Roll the tape. He said chin.
But I guess honestly that is absolutely true. You know, to a degree. Definitely they don't do what they see you do, but you also gotta understand there's a difference in us. Like you can't. I just don't think you want to let them think that they arrived where you arrived at already at 3. You know what I mean? Like, nah, Playboy. Why Daddy get to walk in the house with his shoes on? Daddy bought the carpet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Daddy banging the person that did. But nevertheless, what I'm saying is, I digress. The earthquake, man. What y'all think about that earthquake?
Oh man, it was. I didn't know really. I was off social media that day, so I really didn't know what was going on.
So you heard people like me, you don't watch TV.
Yeah, but then when I did see it, I saw the footage. TV? No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't watch TV.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to catch a movie or something, I hit the Fire Stick, whatever, you know. But I don't even have TV in the house, man.
Yeah, I TV, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I cannot remember the last time I've turned it on, or even went to turn it on. And if I did, then
too much reality show.
If I did, then it's to go to YouTube because it's a smart TV. It's just to go to YouTube and watch on that way. But I think TV is like major programming. You know what I mean? Major program. That's just like it's a well-known fact. I drive for Lyft, and I talk to a lot of my passengers, and I always hear people say, like, especially out of town, you know, about Chicago and how violent Chicago is, and how bad Chicago is, and then they're here and they're just like, the city is just so beautiful, it's so amazing. And then they talk about the people. They like, oh, I've met some of the nicest people ever in Chicago. Now I would have argued with her on that had I never left Chicago.
Yeah.
After I left, moved away for a little bit,
came back.
I said, man, we nice.
Them people, real nice.
Them people in other places ain't right. Like they not right. Dude, the way they treat you, it ain't right. You like, are you serious?
I was in New York a couple weeks ago, and I'm telling you, I couldn't wait to get back here.
The amount of rudeness you could take in one day is overwhelming.
Our city clean.
But let me say this though. Let me say this. I was in Cleveland last weekend doing a show, and man, went to many places, stores and restaurants, the whole nine, and the people there that look like us, who you already gotta look at them face value, like, okay, I know this person gonna have an attitude. I know this person gonna, you know what I'm saying, be snobby. So my mindset going on that, because that's what I'm used to at home.
Right.
You know, but man, in Cleveland, everyth's polite, nice. Greet you when you walk in the door. And these are the faces that you see in Chicago, and you already know, like, oh, and they prove that they got an attitude, they don't want to work. Customer service sucks here. But man, when I was in Ohio, bro, it was like I was like thrown by it, because I was expecting attitudes from everybody. I mean, I went by AutoZone. I needed to get a jump, so get AutoZone. I went by, man, like restaurants,
so
everything.
They were only nice to you because you have beautiful eyes.
No, I didn't. No,
I think it's kind of up to AutoZone.
No, I
turned it off.
I had like, AAA coming.
I'm gonna need to jump back above y'all.
AAA hooked me up, but I had to go. I went to buy one of them battery chargers, the boosters, like.
Okay.
So, Yeah, but anyway, man. But just the customer service that, man, like it really blew me because
But that's a small town though too. You got to realize Cleveland is really a small town.
But like look at the impact that Cleveland's had since like, you know, LeBron James and stuff like that. So people know
it's a working class town too. Yeah,
good.
They know. Yeah, I'm just saying.
But the politeness there, bro. It was great, like all across the board.
But I think that's just like, I mean, anywhere like Ferg was saying how his passengers, like everybody's nice, but because you're in it, you know the not polite, you know, so polite. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you grow up and everybody's like, your mother is a sweetheart, and you like, not my mama,
right?
Because you're in the, you know, you're in it with her, so you know the other sides.
But then, you know, in that same analogy, you go to a few other people's houses and witness how their mothers get out, and that's when you kind of develop a little more appreciation for your mom. You know what I mean? Like, whoa,
like it could be worse.
Oh, it's going down like that in the world. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what visiting different places is. But you said Cleveland. See, the thing I would give to Cleveland is it goes back to, I'm saying Chicago, but to be honest with you, it's the Midwest.
Yeah.
The Midwest is nice.
Midwest is
when you come to the Midwest, you're gonna go to Minnesota, you go to Milwaukee, you go different places, Iowa, within the Midwest, you're gonna meet some nice, hospitable people.
But what's wrong with Chicago? And it's my thing. Energy is real. Like the energy in the city is totally off, bro. And what's causing that energy is the media putting out all this bad stuff, the killing, the shooting. So everybody's mad. The taxes getting high, gas tax on
these
gas.
Potholes,
you know what I'm saying? So potholes, streets ain't fixed, and you know, and you know, Illinois, they raping you, like they raping your bank account.
In terms of that, we internalize what we know not to be true. Okay, as violent as the city is, we not walking outside ducking and dodging bullets all the time. It's
like people think we are.
You know what I'm saying? You go hear your share of random gunshots at night time.
You done went the last 6-7 years and ain't seen a gun go off.
Exactly.
But we're not even in the
let's
top.
cut it out. Let's stop. You know, people try to make it like it's like Lil Beirut. Like you constantly always see people running down the street with these big street sweepers and tearing up everything and this, that. Like you don't see that stuff. Y'all don't. Come on, dog. We're from Chicago. Y'all know.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't see that. But I'm gonna tell you what happens is, if you even from Chicago, if you watch that all the time, you're not gonna want to come outside.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna want to move and operate because you're allowing someone else to project an image into your mind as to your reality.
It do help me know what areas to stay out of, though. You know what I'm saying? If they say this happened over in this area, and it comes to be true, like they are wild over there.
Be at least a little more cautious in that area.
Like, yeah.
But we're not
we're gonna go.
I will not go in that gas station on 130 Cottage.
And we're not
I don't care. I will go backwards and push my car back.
I go to that one all the time.
And we're not even.
That's
in the
why
top
I don't go to the
20.
gas station on the 30.
We're not even in the most top 20 dangerous cities in the United States.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
But like you said, the media make you think we number one or number two.
It's our mentality.
This is the home of Al Capone. It's been like this since the 20s. And that's how they just want us to, you know, keep believing like it's been violent since the
Well, it's real political too.
days, yeah.
I mean, a lot of the shots come at. You got to realize behind Barack Obama, like, oh, look at your city. Your city, the worst place. What's going on
every day?
So he, you know, when they like Trump used. Look at Chicago. They use that when they want to talk about.
Trump got ran up out of here, so he mad already. So like,
and that wasn't just by black people. That was by the whole city.
Retaliation. You know,
we're some gangsters. I like the gangster in us though.
Hey, because when you go somewhere else and they say you from Chicago, they respect you because they don't want no trouble.
I like the gangster.
So it has its pros.
Because when we go out of town together, we gonna up. Like,
and they know you from Chicago from looking at you.
Yeah, one thing about Chicago people, even if they see each other and don't know each other, you could be in a barbershop getting your hair cut. Bro. Some dude walking there and be like, from Chicago. You from Chicago? What's up? Hey, my man. Hey.
Immediate family.
Like Chicago just instantly.
What's so funny?
We got to touch you.
I met a dude out of town. First time meeting this dude out of town, I think we was in Detroit, and we was at the mall, man. He ran into me in the mall. He's like, man, you from Chicago? Just about my haircut. He's like, man, yo, fro, I like where you lined up. You from Chicago? I was like, I am from Chicago. And you know who that was? Dre. You remember Dre? They used to call him Knockout Dre. Dre.
Not the one.
Dre used to be with Anthony Mason all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Dre,
Oh,
so,
I know.
Right, Dre Benson. That's my dude. So, it was funny because we met in Detroit. And, like, before he even knew anything about the comedy scene in Chicago, because I brought him on the scene then. But yeah, he just noticed me from from the haircut. Like, dude, you from Chicago?
Yeah, they ain't cutting
like
that
I am
nowhere
from
else.
Chicago.
Like,
They know us
Chicago
from the way
had
we
that.
dress. I remember my first time ever going to LA. I was 16, and just from my clothes, they said, "Y'all from Chicago? Y'all dress up for everything. Y'all got new clothes for everything.
Make sure the shirt match the shoes and everything.
New belt, accessories."
That's just like when I was staying in Atlanta. I get dressed to go to the club about 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They like, man, what you doing? I'm ready to go, man. Close at 12. Close at 12? What am I do with that? I mean, you know what I mean? What can I do with a club that closes at 12 o'clock? Like, what do you mean, dude? I don't even put my clothes on till 11:30. What do you mean? You know, Chicago will come outside. Yeah, you know, we want the sun to be down, and then if you just ride through Chicago all through the day or night, it's somebody moving around on the streets.
Oh yeah.
I was in Atlanta. Dude, you could drive for 10 hours, you won't see a person walking to the corner store. I said, hey,
country.
I can't go.
But speaking of the country, we got somebody on the phone.
Okay. Welcome to the Ferg Show. Who we got on the phone?
Lily.
Oh, why you didn't say that then? He goes, we got somebody. I thought we had somebody different.
What happened?
Lily hung up.
This man said, we got somebody. But nevertheless.
She ain't hang up?
Yeah, hang it up.
Well, I ain't heard that sound in a long time.
Right. That's
hang up.
You ain't heard a dial tone in a long time.
Exactly. Kids like, what's that?
A dial tone. Think about that. Dial tone.
Right.
We even have voicemails anymore.
They pick up the house phone and was like, "Where's the end button? I don't know how to hang up."
Do people even use their voicemails anymore?
Yeah, people
I
be
don't.
crazy if you leave a
Text
message. Yeah.
I got voicemails on from
honest,
2016.
I feel like if you leave a voicemail,
They
you
still waiting
care.
on me to call.
Yeah, not even if you can't. I just hate voicemail. Period. Altogether.
Like when you can text, when you got an option to text, do that. You know what I'm saying? That way I can get it instantly.
They're gonna check
This
that
is-
before they check.
This is a sad society we live in. Like,
Y'all
come
lazy.
on now, why I gotta instantly reply?
Yeah,
Why
technology make
why
you
can't
lazy.
meet you in the
You're
park?
right.
People don't even
I don't
meet
know
in the
nobody.
park no
Remember how
more.
many numbers we used to know back in the day?
No, I don't know nobody number.
Nobody number.
I
I know my
memorize
mama number. I ain't gonna lie.
I
really
really
got
number,
my mama number memorized.
You gotta be
That's it.
somebody special for me
Yeah.
to memorize your
Somebody
number.
2-3 people number I remember.
Because that's that person who's like, if my phone died, I gotta be able to call.
If I'm in the hospital, call this number.
Right. And all I know is 911. That's it.
But it's time for Lily's Love Corner. Is that what
Okay,
we
go
call it?
ahead. Lily, how you doing today?
Say what?
The country.
I didn't call you country. I said speaking of the country.
Lily.
How y'all doing?
Pretty
We
good.
good.
I'm
We
good.
good.
I see you putting me in your relationship out there this week on
Hey,
Facebook.
Biko,
What's up, man?
you know who Lily is, right? Lily, that's Vanessa Fraction's sister. She lives in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know
that's
you
what's
know.
up.
Vanessa.
Okay.
So I was just letting you know. I was just letting everybody know.
She's a fraction of the family.
Yeah, that you're a fraction, and she's a big fraction of the family.
Okay.
I
Man,
mean,
you said-
juicy. I'm talking about you want to divide. And, no, okay, go ahead. Split up your dividends. No, I'm just going. All right, go right ahead. I hope your guy was listening to that. Jealousy is good.
Your phone breaking up.
Jealousy is good. Yes, shows they care. You need
Yeah,
jealousy in your
You got to
relationship.
stand right in that one spot.
I'm trying to be in the spot. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. You got
That's
you.
what she said.
I was going to talk to the ladies, and then I didn't call because I didn't feel to. But listen, this week, we're going to talk about the ladies. So my question is, what are the top besides the relationship when it's going good?
You broke up in the top what again?
Oh, my God. My phone is acting up. Okay.
And your throat. You need some lozenges.
Go ahead, say it again.
That sound like you got pencils in your nose.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I said, what are the top 3 things that women do to sabotage the relationship when it's going good?
Who yeah? I'll tell you. Hold on.
I
just
number
want
one.
to say one. I just want to say one real quick. I'm sorry for jumping out on this.
Go ahead.
Asking for a relationship. Okay, go ahead. Anybody else want to chime in? Go right ahead. That's the biggest mistake they make, trying to make it a relationship. If we smiling like this, let's just leave it like this. Okay, but go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, as corny as it may sound because of the divorce court episode, but it's true that he's too nice, too good to be true.
Too nice.
Too nice.
Just can't believe that.
No.
I can.
No guy
but
can
a
be
lot
that
of
nice.
No, wait a minute.
That's
Wait.
sad.
No,
That's
hold
so
on.
sad.
I'm
That's
not.
sad.
That's
That's
just-
sad.
Wait a minute.
because
I'm not
most
gonna let her
women
get
don't-
away with that.
No,
You gonna sit there and
no.
allow that, Marcus?
So you want
Not me.
So you want
Okay,
the
that's
dude
fine, but that has
that
nothing to do with the question,
when you
Marcus.
ask for a
She
ring,
needs to
he
stay
gives it
on
to you over your
task,
eye.
Marcus.
That's the type of dude you want.
No,
And it ain't about
not
the
me. It's not about me. I'm just saying in general, most women. So it goes deeper than that. Not to get too deep, but most women don't have positive male examples. So
Yeah.
all they do is look for the negative. Well, I know he gonna leave. I'm just waiting for something bad to happen. I know it's gonna happen. So when he's too nice, they think the first thing coming to their mind is a Lifetime movie. How they show him super nice, then start whooping.
Okay,
butt.
all right.
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
brother
I
at
mean,
home. I see your
that-
point.
you see how they
not
do
me.
it,
Your
man.
point. Yeah, I see your point. I see your point.
Yeah.
But right, that's one of the women flaws, is what she's saying.
Right,
like,
that's one of
you
their
don't
flaws
believe it.
of taking a nice guy for too nice. You know what I mean? Or
I grew up with a daddy, so that's
underappreciating
not
a
me.
nice
But you do, man. You do get them like people, them counterfeiters who come around and pretend and be that fake it till they make it type
Yep.
dudes.
What?
Man. You know how that is, man.
Yes, do I know?
Representative.
The chameleons, they
Yes,
be exactly what the woman want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I know what she wants. She wants this type of dude, open doors and boom, 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 and stuff like that. But some guys sabotage themselves because, like, sometimes the women just want to get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? But you doing all that extra stuff when you don't have to.
Do you know
all you gotta do is just
That's
Exactly.
why I
Just
don't
say
tell
you
men
want
what
it.
I want. When men
Yeah.
ask me, what do you want in a man? I say, I'm not telling you so you can act like what I want.
Exactly.
No,
That's
show
like,
me who
he
you
taking
are.
notes
and
like,
what-
I bet
Exactly.
she like flowers on the first day.
Well,
you know,
Right.
Lily, I'm gonna tell you
She
what
like
I've seen
ramen
the
noodles.
most. How women sabotage their relationships is usually when they start cheating on their man or husband with me. That usually messing up.
I can see how that goes. I can see that.
I feel like when they listen to their friends,
I mean, sometimes it
Bad
lasts,
ones.
but usually that mess it up.
when y'all listen to the bad friends,
Wait,
I say that.
Wait a minute, hold on. What you say, Shay?
I say when y'all listen to the friends and the ones who
That's
single.
a good one.
Real talk,
That's
because the
a good
one
one.
who actually give you the good advice, like, girl, take your time. You don't listen to her, girl, you stupid, shut up. But the one like, girl, go cheat. Have sex with like 37 dudes and tell her you love them. Y'all listen.
As a woman, I'm gonna say that's a good one. Listening to for the
Let's say
wrong people in their
friends.
ear.
I
Listen.
got so much bad advice until I hit my 30s. I did not know the women gave this bad of advice. Like every time I say something's going on, my dude like, well, cheat on him. I'd be like, wait a minute, that's not good advice.
And then they be wanting that slow key. They be trying to say
That's when you have two options: change your friends or change your friends.
You bumping into a lot of
Exactly.
bitter women.
I mean, cheating is a hard thing to come back from. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, especially when a woman do it. I mean, like,
Especially
I
when
know
a
it's a
woman
double,
do it.
it's a double standard.
Life got
It's a
double standards.
I understand that.
No,
But
damn
we're about
it,
to
B.
get into
now,
that.
this is the K Ferg
No, but
Show.
that's a
and
good one.
I
That's a good
promote
one,
double standards.
Cheating
on
is cheat
you.
though. Cheating
Be honest
is
with
cheat.
you. I promote double
They
standards.
real.
So-
I don't give a damn. Y'all can argue me all you want.
Right.
But
It's
there's
what
some
it
double
is.
standards that are in favor of women, and there's
Yep.
some double standards that are in favor of men.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna sit here and try to act like I got a split between my legs. I'm not gonna do it. That's a double standard. Why she get the swing on you? Because she's a woman playing.
Right. That's a good
All right. Why you ain't hit her back? Because that's a female. I'm not hitting no female. I may
double
catch
standard.
both arms.
Or-
Boom, catch them,
that post.
fold you up, put you on the bed, cash about the house. You
Or
know
here's
what
a good one. A guy can say that a little girl is, oh, she's so cute. That's gonna be my girlfriend. He can't say that, but a woman all day, I'll be like, soon as he turned 18, girl, your
All
son
the
gonna
time.
be
Wow,
And
that
you
is
won't
true.
do
That's
that.
crazy.
You can't
Now,
do
let
that.
me do that with your
Yeah.
daughter, right?
Right.
Right.
Matter of fact, how was your daughter?
Ah, you stupid.
No, I know.
She's 25.
No, I know she old enough. You know what I mean? I know she
Oh,
grown.
you
You
silly.
know what I mean? You may be young, but you ready.
I just got a
look like me,
question.
so I understand.
I
Thanks
got
for the
one question.
compliment.
Why don't y'all
Yeah,
listen
but
to
she's
yourselves
beautiful.
in y'all
Thank
relationship?
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Get out the way, right?
I got a question.
Exactly.
I got
You
one
know what I'm
question.
saying?
That's it, man.
For
Enjoy
real.
it to the
For
fullest.
real, that's it, man. That's it.
Look, she's sitting on the other side of the glass, have no idea you talking about.
Oh, that's all right. I'll
Why
repeat what I
don't, why
said when
don't
we
the
get out there.
females listen to themselves in a relationship since they the one in the relationship? You know your relationship, you know yourself, you know what you want to put up with, you know what you want. Why you just don't listen to your
Some
own
of them don't have
intuition?
enough sense themselves to listen to themselves.
Okay, I'm about to get in some trouble. All right, I feel like starting some SHIT around here. Yeah, here we go, Lily. The reason women have these issues with relationships is because women are narcissistic.
Mm.
Yeah, I said it on the K Ferg Show.
I think that's more of a male trait.
No.
I just had a guy text me last night and say no happy birthday. Is that not narcissistic? I didn't even
No, that's not.
That's not. You should have said happy birthday.
First of all, you haven't made yourself close enough for me to even know when your birthday is coming.
You got Facebook.
And then I don't care. I know be cold, but even though we know each other, you don't just let me know. I know happy birthday. Right?
Now I wouldn't say I wouldn't text somebody.
You ain't seen be cold show if you don't know his birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Be cold ever kids?
No.
Then of course you ain't gonna remember his birthday.
No, I remember his birthday because
But
he's
this
my
guy
friend.
we talking about, have you ever kissed him?
No.
Well,
First, like I said, he has
still
not
should
made
remember his birthday.
himself that present
Right,
for me to know when your birthday.
But I wouldn't text no female like no happy
I'm not
birthday.
a
Like,
birthday
I wouldn't do that. Like I just
girly.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, that's kind of like.
And guess what? He still didn't get one because you don't ask.
You don't
for a
ask for no happy
birthday.
birthday.
That's super narcissistic.
I wouldn't even care.
Well,
I don't know about it. I'm gonna let a birthday stand. I don't care if you remember my birthday.
Now, if you
Nah.
forget to tell my grandmama happy birthday,
But I will say this about me.
Surprise.
I don't care if you remember. I don't care if you text. I don't care if you call. But I am very diligent about constantly putting my birthday out there. So it's kind of difficult. Even you'll remember my birthday through osmosis. It'll just be February 16th. You like, today came the birthday. I don't know why I know that, but you know what I mean? I've said it enough that it's beating in your head.
Right,
but I want to say this about why I say women have them issues because they're narcissistic. It's because women like to be in the middle of everything. They want to be seen. They want to be viewed. So if one woman, if they're in a hairstylist shop and one woman say, girl, my husband took me out to so-and-so restaurant. We had an amazing time. Next one, narcissistic kick in and say, oh, I remember me and Tony went over to this restaurant. They could have went 7 years ago, but she got to have a story too. I remember we went over to this one restaurant over on so-and-so. Here come another one.
I wouldn't say that's narcissistic. That's more competitive.
Her narcissistic kick in. Girl, yeah, tomorrow we supposed to be going to all right? Now that's how that kick in.
That's more competitive. Women are very competitive. I don't think that's narcissistic.
So then the next one that happens.
That's how they sabotage themselves. So go back to what Liddy told.
So check it out. So here's the next one thing that they do. So now the lady coming there 2 weeks later, and she say, damn it, I can't stand Biko. Mm-hmm. I know he messing around with me. Girl, I remember when I thought Tony was messing her narcissism kick in.
No.
This one over here. Girl, I remember Cletus had tried his little thing with that little Jezebel across the street. Then the other narcissistic come in. You know what? I can't quite tell, but I think Tim is doing something too.
That's competitive. Now we both in the same field. I worked in a hair salon for 12 years. Now I'll tell you what's narcissistic. There was a woman I worked with who would send herself flowers as if a guy sent them. Now that's narcissistic.
Oh, that's
attention. She gotta have it. And then what happened after that? The rest of the women started getting flowers
coming
up to the
in.
job.
No, they
the
didn't.
ones that do got men went home and was like, I need you to send
Exactly.
flowers up to the job.
No, actually we did. We just looked at her like, are you serious? Because they would come and she'll be like, oh my God.
Hilarious.
It was horrible.
and that's sad.
Why ain't anybody call out like girls ain't
It's really sad when
that's
okay.
basic. That sounds crazy.
But when you in your life,
best.
when you're at a time in your life when you just concerned about what people think of you and how they perceive you, you're in trouble. Once you get rid of all that, man, you don't care. Everything come from within. Bro, you can conquer the world when you can control your emotions and all that stuff. Just get into you, meditate, do all that, man. People just worried about
Find
the
your
wrong
oasis.
things.
Man,
They stress themselves out over.
But nothing,
you know,
internalizing stuff that don't have nothing to do
That's
with
because being a human is so much. Just
It really
wake
is.
up. You got yes, it is though.
is.
But
Being
it was
a human
society.
being.
You just
Society.
been a human a couple years.
Society
boy.
made
You don't know about
that.
being on your
Wait.
Listen to Lil Daddy Kane.
It's, my thing is just think about it, like we got so much we dealing with like TV, music,
And social
other
media.
people.
It's just all in your
But you
face.
realize,
Yeah,
but listen,
so-
everything that you just said, it's in your control.
Right.
Yep.
So this is self-inflicted pain upon yourself.
Man, I
You
just
do this to yourself.
Right.
You sit there and watch Cheetahs and then can't trust your man when he come home. You
self-inflicted
watch
wounds out
Cheetahs
of work.
for 8 hours a day, and then he get a phone call and go in the bathroom.
Again, why the
Because
three of us don't watch
you've already
TV?
fed
Programs.
these negative
Idiot
programs into your mind, so you gotta regurgitate these things back out in your actions. You gotta be careful of things that you
The
watch that you have
manifestations.
around you. Those manifestations. You gotta be careful about that. So I'm a person that even when I catch them in me, because they're gonna get inside of everybody. So when I catch them in me, I go inside and assassinate them. I call them get the TCH out. You know what I mean? I go catch it, find it in me. Oh, what you doing with these feelings? You got to go. You know what I mean? What you worried about that for? What you thinking about that for? Why you? I get that crap away from me. Stuff I can't worry about. With me and Marcus driving here. I'm telling Marcus, I'm like, man, whenever you focused on someone else's downfall, you
or any of that
playing on your own.
You wasting time focus on somebody else. Period.
Right.
Wait, it's a waste of time. Like, I'm gonna call so and so and tell them don't book so and so.
That is horrible.
And now your phone busy, and you done missed somebody calling you to book you for a show.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
but what weirdo tells somebody not to book somebody else?
It happened.
Oh,
stick around, son.
You'd be surprised.
Hey, Big O, stick around, son.
You'd be surprised.
Stay in the game a little longer. I see you ain't wiped your feet off yet. Don't worry. you
behind
take your coat off. Right. You in the threshold. You ain't wiped your feet off. Game on
You'd be surprised, and it'd be the people that you least expect to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, everything.
I took 2 of your shows last week. So what did
you
Shakes.
Open mics don't count.
Thank you.
We gonna run all over. Lily, what do you think about our consensus though? I mean, basically.
Hold on, let me look that word up.
What's your 3?
I don't even know what that means.
So the first one was they letting the insecurity show. Like it'll come out of nowhere. You know, all of a sudden. Everything's an insecurity. I saw you looking at her, whatever it is. I'm fat. I'm not
Lily.
No more. He been with you and now you just gotta mess it up.
I think that's like zero, no higher on the list.
Insecurities come in. The second one was using sex as a weapon. I think that women will just back that off, like in the middle of a relationship, everything's going good, and all of a sudden, every time you're mad, you don't want to have sex with them, and I think it ruins the relationship.
It definitely ruins the relationship.
Like a sexless relationship.
I would like to hear what you have to say about that, because
really, I mean,
everybody, I wish I had some.
No, man.
Because
I mean, like my question. I mean, like, what do you feel about sexless relationship? Like, is that important in a relationship? If you have a mental stability with somebody, like that strong senses of emotion with a person, that sex can be excused in the relationship.
That should make you want to have sex.
I was just about to say.
But wait a minute. Okay, but right. So it's two parts of a relationship. Okay. You got the physical and the mental. All right. And once the physical, the spiritual. Once the physical fades, it's that mental and spiritual that keeps you together.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, but in the meantime, while everything is still operating and everything's still going good and stuff like that, is sex important in the relationship?
Yeah.
Yes, because
and let me say why. Because this is what I'm glad you brought this up, B. I'm glad you said it like that, because I believe that sex is like, it unlocks the spiritual chapter of the relationship.
Come on.
That you all elevate to a different
soul tied and
soul relationship bonding.
Right.
And this is why
basically you done something so freaky. That's the only person that knows you can't have them just running around here telling everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's what it come down to.
I mean, that, and then it's just
that connection.
I'll be honest. I was a person that was in a relationship for a long time. After you intertwine with the exact same person for so long, it's certain when you lay with another person, they don't feel the same.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. They don't. They just don't have the exact same when it's time to lay down and go to sleep.
Even under somebody's body.
You get up and down, but you can't sleep next to them. You can't comfortably sleep. You wake up 5-6 times.
That's deep.
You know, with this little bussy that you messing with, you can't sleep going to your deep, relaxed.
You can't be comfortable.
Sex in a relationship is a reconnection. You gotta reconnect.
That's why you need to pre-find out how much that Uber gonna cost before she get there. That will help everything.
Our bodies are naturally intended to have sex. So the spiritual, the mental takes you back to the physical, because that's the highest form of way of showing love for each other.
Now, once in a relationship,
that's why I don't see how it fades if you had other.
But let me ask you this. Now, the physical is there, and the mental fades, the emotion fades, but now it's just physical. It becomes physical.
And now,
once those fade, my physical is done.
That can't last.
The physical is done.
Once the mental fade, it's
over with.
You know what I mean?
Because right now it just becomes
this
meaningless. It becomes this meaningless act. where it's like you get nothing out of it no more. You know what I'm saying?
It's just
that's-
doing
You
just
can
to be
still get
done.
something out of
It's
it.
doing
but I
to be
mean,
It's
yeah.
not gonna be the
maybe-
same.
It ain't gonna be the
That's too
same
easy.
at
It's
all.
not.
You know, so that's why it's important to
And
always
you
be
really
able to
can't,
keep that
especially
mental.
for women, especially more so
Especially
for
women, for sure.
than men. Women are more sexually drawn mentally than
Emotionally.
physically.
But women
that's
can
why
cut
you
their
see them-
emotions off real quick.
Oh,
Cut
yeah.
their mental and they cut it off. And
Women
then
can cut their relationship off, their feelings off of you while they in the relationship.
exactly.
They
Yeah.
breaking up with you in pieces. You still
Exactly.
down there taking her out to dinner. Shit.
She already
And I'm
done
just enjoying
She
the
on the
free
way out
time.
the
already
door.
shut down.
Right.
She
I
just
don't
here
know
for the
why
moments, just to be like, hey, we did this.
For women, once this is gone, that's it. And most of the time, once that's gone, we're numb. So your physical doesn't even look the same to us anymore.
Mhm.
You could
Exactly.
be super handsome and fine, but once all of that's gone, it's like, ugh.
Okay, so
Like,
once a man
everything gets on my
I seen
nerves.
once a
Stay
man
super
picks
handsome
up
and
on
fine.
that, once a man picks up on that, now he has the decision like, okay, either I'm going to try to make this work
Mhm.
and
That'll
do what I
never
got to
work.
do,
That
Yes,
don't
it
never.
can.
That don't.
Yes, it
That'll
can.
never
say
Yes,
or
it
walk
can.
away from it.
Okay,
but
okay,
see,
wait a minute. Rashida, you said that can work?
It can work. It can work.
Not
The
according to
thing
Kels.
is, it
Once a
can-
woman failed up,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
believe that. That's
that
for
may
real.
be-
I'm joking, but
one
that's for
woman
real.
fed up though.
Well, no.
It's just it.
What? Okay, well, once she's fed up, once she's like done, like everything's gone, that's
Right.
it. But if it hasn't been sabotaged or there's not that much damage done, there is something that you can do. What it is you have to do that before I'm completely out of it. Like
Right.
I gotta be at like stage
But-
3, 4
But
before
nobody
5.
knows. What I'm telling you is by the time a man
You
pick
know,
up on
'cause we'll tell
it's
it.
stage
We'll
5 cancer.
Yeah, already.
You know what I mean? By the time
Already.
you,
Oh, yeah.
by
That's
the
why I
time
said
you
the
as the
stages.
man pick up on how bad it is, it's stage 5. It's critical. You're
Oh,
done.
you scared to go in now because you like, what?
But I'll tell
It's a
you
wrap.
all this
You know what I
coming
mean?
I
from a
started paying
woman.
attention around life support.
Right, round life support.
Damn.
Like,
Said
hold
life
on.
support.
But as a woman, I'll
Baby, y'all
tell you
realize you ain't
this.
got no lungs no more. You know what I mean?
Once we stop bringing it up, that's how you know it's over.
Mhm.
Because when we bring it up, it's because we still care.
Right.
We still have that. We still living off that hope. But once that hope is gone, we're not saying anything anymore. That's when you
Just
should be
allowing it-
worried.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Mm.
Lele, what do you think?
What? And what was your last one? That was your first two. What was the last one?
Well, let her rebuttal on this one first. Speedy
Go ahead,
Gonzalez.
I was going to say about
Yeah, 'cause we got two females. I always like to hear that.
It's twofold. It just kind of depends on the people sometimes. Some people can really separate sex from the physical part of it from the spiritual part of it. But regardless of however you feel about it, denying a man sex when you're in a relationship is just always bad business.
It's a big
It's not going to
no-no.
help you. It's not going to fix anything. It's not going to make it better. It's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
Hey, let me bring one
I've
more
never
to the
done cat
question to
punishment.
the thing, Lele. 'cause
She called it cat punishment.
Because I can't say the
that's
other
cat
word.
punishment.
I
Yeah.
can't
Lele,
say
you
the
said
other
like
word.
right, y'all
It's cat
saying that, and I just thought about this. Y'all saying cat punishment
I've
and
never
denying a
believed in
man in
that.
sex or whatever is always bad for a relationship. I'm gonna tell you something that is extremely bad that women do in relationships. I just thought about this because I talked to a
Okay.
lot of married guys, and this is one of their biggest complaints. Women get to a point. This is again goes to the chapter of narcissistic.
Like I know.
Women have a real issue with initiating sex,
Who?
and
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
result
I
of
teach some
that,
classes.
your man killer
You need
instinct.
some more students.
Yo,
in
as
there.
a result of that, your man killer instincts kick in, and he needs to feel that. So, for example, when men go after women, there's a certain amount
I ain't
of
met her.
For me,
good feeling
I'm here and I
of
put on something
manhood,
sexy, that's my
testosterone
initiation.
type.
I'm not finna jump on you, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm
But
putting it on and
At
I'm
least when you
jumping
come
on it.
home, you want to be
Jumped on.
when you come home, you want to be
I'm
greeted. You want to
aggressive.
feel wanted. You want to feel missed.
I
You
want
wanna
to
be
come out the
greeted at
shower
home.
and you on your knees, you in trouble. You know what I mean? It's like,
You want that's the sense
keep
of
me happy
yeah.
if you want me to
that's the sense of
make
being
this a hard
wanted.
place to leave.
feeling
Is
wanted.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Make it a hard place to leave.
Lily,
exactly.
Lily, would you agree that sometimes, like you were saying, you put on something sexy, but you're not jumping on them? Does that go back to the subconscious of how
Narcissistic.
girls? No,
Oh, okay,
it's of
go
how
ahead.
girls were brought up. When you have men telling you, like, well, don't do this. He's gonna look at you this way. He won't respect you if you do this and you do that. Most women aren't aggressive, but because of that
I've broken
upbringing.
all those rules. I got 5 kids and 4 baby daddies.
Ha! Yeah. She was.
None of them
When
rules.
I feel like if I put forth the effort of putting on something sexy, you know what I'm saying? That's my initiation. That's saying, look, here I am. I want it. Come on, baby. And I want you to do the rest. So that's why I'm like, what else you want me to do? If I'm in the appropriate outfit, like what you thought I put this on for me?
Girl, I'm putting on an outfit and I'm being aggressive.
I'm aggressive.
I'm
but I'm with you, Lily.
I'm a bedroom bully.
Lily, for some reason, I think you're going to have
aggressive.
a nice roast beef sandwich in your hand waiting for me, too. So that's really going to get me over there, baby.
Get me right on over.
I was up 3 o'clock in the morning cooking dinner.
This
is what I do. Like,
what's your address?
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, everything is 3 in the morning. But you gonna come over and get this food.
But Lily,
I thought you were about to say something else.
So Lily, my question is, Lily, my question for this outfit, real quick, because I'm one thing about me is I like to be thorough with things. So back to this outfit again. How often are you putting this outfit on?
As often as needed.
Let's say no. Little things like as often as needed is horrible interpretation.
Think about it, because you asked me a question I don't normally think about.
Right.
I will say, out of 10 times that we have sex, 6 of them times I got something sexy on for you that you like.
Okay, and out of these 10 times, how many is this in a 2-week span, a week span, the same day? What is happening here?
It depends on when girlfriend fall.
Right, you just met Lily.
But like if we live in the same household, this would be an everyday thing. Like
I know that's right. Come on, Lily.
Okay, so every day you got this little, you know what I mean? I
got a whole closet full of drawers and I got it.
Okay.
Oh, you a different breed.
So that's your thing. You just gonna throw that on and then, be in the house watching TV. He's supposed to come in like, there go my outfit. Wait. I'm sorry. Say it again.
She just got the shower. Not just now, but you know what I'm saying.
Man, Marcus, you all right?
I got on this. I smell good. I look good. I got my high heels on. What else you want?
Lily, I don't think they understand the preparation.
No, I get it. I
appreciate the effort before anything.
No, I get that. No doubt.
Y'all do go through lots to get ready for
female stuff.
And we just got a t-shirt.
I just do like this and get ready.
But it's inviting. If it feels inviting, then okay, I'm going for it. You know what I'm saying? But in the room, in your robe, in bed, watching, just on your phone, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't read it. And it's just like when you walk in the house, you want to be greeted. You want to be missed. You want to be wanted. And that's the times when we need it. But at the same time, women do go out their way and they don't have to exactly attack you, but they're going to show
learn a woman.
You can smell it in the air when you walk in the house. You can smell like, okay, cool. This is that night.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We still need we're looking at it.
So even after all that, I still need to make a move. That's what you think.
You got doggone right.
I don't have a problem making a move.
I'm telling you that it is vitally important.
Let's come back to my show when I come back to Atlanta. You did good.
It is vitally important that you reach down and grab the mic. You got to be proactive about talking into the mic. I mean, it got to be
turned on. Huh?
What a man want to feel. A man wants to feel like the microphone just do something to you. It just do something like, oh my God, like we want to be fooled into believing that no other man makes you act like this.
Yeah, make this like the best thing you ever had.
We want to live it. We
want to live it. Don't fall for that.
Yeah, I know y'all see my girl and she nice, but player, she only look at me like that.
That's a lot of fooling.
She might glance at you, but she stares at me.
That's a lot of fooling.
Or she might whisper over, hey, let's get upstairs. What? You know what I mean? Like,
okay, so I do that. But I'll send like a text message. I'll be like, hey, why don't you we go back here? I'll do that.
Oh, right. That's beautiful. That's initiating.
Lily,
you do just enough.
Lily, you got to turn into a bedroom bully. Okay. I'll teach you how to be
Lily, okay, so what about when a man's aggressive? What about when a man's aggressive?
That's sexy.
And but the woman doesn't take them advantage.
I loved it, baby.
She does.
Lucky I had a show.
If the woman is not taking those advances, either she has some hormonal problems or, I mean, like the person I am, I don't understand that because that's foreign to me as a woman. And the women that I'm around, I'm not used to it. I mean, like I said, I'm a bedroom bully. I'm very aggressive. I've had men be surprised because I hear a lot of men say they don't really get that.
No, they don't get that. Men don't get that. And men talk about that.
Make sure I get your
time.
information before we leave.
And as a matter of
I don't
fact,
date comics.
it's part of
I can just quit today.
It's part of why a lot of guys quit. Mess around and dip around in their relationship. That's a major
only exception.
part of it. So
yeah, you made me think about it, so I'm gonna do better. Let me give y'all my last one though. So the last one is similar to Ferg's first one, but my last one was trying to force a marriage when you're not even marriage material.
Oh,
you're not working on yourself to be marriage material, but you want to get married. So let me force this man and harass this man until he get ready to marry me. And if you already had a good thing going and you could work into being there and let him come to that on his own. But instead it's like, no, I want to get married. I got a timeline. I'm going to be 40.
Yeah.
Your numbers are.
Throwing these ultimatums and everything. Yeah.
And now you to met somebody thinks it's good. And instead of just letting it happen, you try to force a marriage on him, and you haven't even looked at yourself to see if he would want to marry you.
Lily, where were you 2 weeks ago when my sister and I talked about that exact same thing on our podcast? You know you just lost like 2,000 followers, right?
I know.
Female followers.
I hate when he made me talk to the women because he be like, why you trying to mess up my demographics, man? They ain't gonna like what I got to say.
And my sister just said what you said is deep.
Listen, Lily,
my sister said what you said is deep.
Lily, I know I am going to take a lot of ridicule all the time on standing on certain topics and standing in certain positions. I already know I'm going to take a lot of ridicule for it. But this is, and then I'm kind of deviating a little bit, but this is part of why I believe that the Black community suffers the way it do is because we are victims of bullying. We bullied by white folks who constantly make everything seem like it's our fault. You check the history, y'all enslaved us. You check the history, y'all beat us. You check the history, y'all hang us. You check the history, y'all shoot us. But anytime we come around, we supposed to be the threat.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
We got to stop allowing people to bully. Anytime somebody is bullied, I always say it's not the bully fault, it's the person being bullied fault. Because if somebody is bullying me, I'm not the biggest dude, but we gonna fight.
Right.
And what I do know about a bully is they don't want to keep fighting.
You gonna stand your ground.
I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm gonna get my butt whooped, and I know that's gonna happen. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure you don't want to do it again.
And bullies leave you alone.
It start at home though with
they
the bully.
leave you alone after that.
Because they only like the weak. They don't like it no
only like
more
the weak. They only reason they keep hitting you upside the head because you won't do nothing about it.
Exactly.
So
your analogies are amazing.
What they got?
That's deep.
Got a book coming
That's
out.
an ability, man.
All this for you from Ferg. All right, but anyway, so
that's what he said.
Yeah. But no. That's honestly like really what goes on, man. Like our community is constantly plagued by bullies. We even got all the gangbanging and this and the other. That's about bullying. Don't snitch. They gonna do something to you, man. When you run through life in fear, all you do is add more fear to your life. I can't run through life in fear. What's gonna happen. What's gonna be done. You're not gonna make me. But what if? Let's see. Show me. I'm sorry, but I'll lose it like that. I'll jab and just let's go there. Or we can sit down and we can talk it out like gentlemen. I've learned when I've gotten to it with guys that if I just say, let's just go outside and talk about it, me and you. Instantly, we were super loud in this barbershop. And we talking about doing this, that, and the other to each other. We get outside away from everybody. As soon as we get out there, and I'm ready now.
It's that transfer energy.
So okay, what I was saying in the shop.
It's that transfer of energy, and you can be the one to control that. Right. You brought it back down.
And that's all. Like let's get away from all of this. Because we get out here, we're gonna get down if that's what we need to do. But as men, why I can't let what this man say affect me so much. That's what I see so much in men. That whatever another person say to them means so much to them that now you become a TV and they the remote control. They turn you on and off as will.
Yes, sir.
Like I'm not really allowing all that. So somebody be like, "Oh, dude, you a B." I'm like, I mean, that's your mentality. Yeah. Why would I allow your mentality to affect my thoughts of myself?
My sister
Enjoy
and I,
yourself.
my sister and I were told
petty thoughts.
We're aggressive
with your remedial thoughts
for thinking
yourself.
like that.
You know what I mean? So, but now when you put your hands on the player,
it's over.
It's
something different. That's something different.
That's all I'm saying.
That's not being aggressive, though.
All that. Like I don't
but
even,
to weak-minded people,
I'm not
it is.
worried about looking like a certain way.
That's
like
true.
if I got my lady with oh man, I ain't talk like that to me in front of my lady. At this point in the game in life, the lady I'm with is just as intelligent as I am.
I know that's right.
So we both looking at you like player. Little do you know why you talking crazy. We both looking around like what we gonna open your pack up with. Why we being calm?
But just like women don't want,
like she done nudged me like I got the candle holder, you get the woo, knocking him out.
But just like women don't want a weak man, a man don't want no weak woman either. Though.
Right. No,
Say it again. For the
I don't want no weak woman, dog. When I say weak, I'm talking mentally.
Though? Right.
I'm talking about mentally. Just.
I'm weak now because I ain't gonna be doing no bunch of fighting.
No, I'm not talking about when I say weak. I'm talking about
lady fight.
I'm talking about in terms of. I'm just talking about in terms of being scared, like not taking chances in life, not you know what I'm saying, or nervous, or just internalizing something that really ain't got nothing to do with you, and just walking around in fear. I don't want no woman like that.
To think for yourself.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you a major key to spot a weak individual. This is a major key to spot. And I don't want to say male or female. I'm just gonna say a major key to spot a weak individual. Watch and see how long it take them to get.
Oh,
you want to find out who's strong and who's weak? Watch and see how long it take them to get over something.
Man,
the strong, the weak.
10 minutes tops.
If you and your guy run around there for 3 days and he got his lip tight and he don't want to talk to you, weak.
Say it again.
Weak. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Because strength hey, listen.
That's true.
Let's cut that out. Because he done learned to eat all of them feelings that's inside of him that make him want to act certain ways. He got to eat that. He got to move forward. He got to get on what he got to get on. He got to be strong enough to let that go.
If this the person you know you want to be with.
He got to be strong enough to let how you feel about him be your thought.
Right.
But not only that, do you know?
People want to control everybody's thoughts around. He said, no, when I write, I don't give a damn if y'all think I was right or not.
But not only that, do you know how much we could get accomplished as a couple using that energy?
I don't know. Let's find out, baby. You know what I mean?
You said myself.
Ain't nothing between me and you but some sheets and a little opportunity. Well, let me see what's happening with your daughter first. If ain't nothing happening over there, then I'm back at you, though. No, I'm just I am so ignorant, and I love it. But nevertheless, no. I mean, I got great friends around me, man. I got different people. You know what I mean? Just like real friends who holler at me on the real, take jabs. Some jabs you don't want to hear. One of my buddies told me, like, man, you ain't disciplined enough. Ooh. I am.
But that's a real friend.
But I walked away.
That's somebody that cares about you.
Man, you're right. I got to work on my discipline. I don't have enough discipline in a lot of different areas. And that's just as men. So we always call it to get the BITCH out of you. You know what I mean? We call each other, talk about certain things. Like he called me talking about a situation with him and his wife where they got into it and he ain't speaking to her. And I was like, yo, you need to go extract that BITCH up out of you. What do you mean you ain't talking to your wife over X, Y, and Z? Like, you need to extract that, brother. You a man.
Yeah.
It's only one woman in the house. Only one person get to run around there with their lip poked out and catching attitudes and like, dude, you don't get to do that. You know what I mean? She can get mad and do different things inside that house, but think about it as outside the house. If there's a hole in the roof, you can't, and it's raining, you can't just be around there like, I don't feel like fixing that. Like, you got to get up there on the roof.
Fix that
you got to fix that, whatever the case may be. You
How do you deal with that verse?
Feel like cooking, you just don't eat that day. That ain't going to kill nothing. You know what I mean? So it's double standards, man. Anybody know me know I believe in a lot of double standards when it comes to relationships.
I don't believe in double standards. I feel like everybody got their own power that they got to live up to.
Everybody do got their own power that they got to live up to, but you got to understand sometimes your power is just that. It ain't an abrupt thing. Like sometimes power looks weak, and it's the most powerful thing in the room. You know what I mean? But the problem with that is that you got to be strong enough to know you that powerful.
The power to sit back and not fight sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you know self, bro.
If you don't know
that's all that matters. You just gotta know yourself.
The power to sit back and be quiet sometimes when you, man.
Like, man,
everything don't need a conversation.
Man.
I say to a lot of guys, man, listen, when you conversate, and I got to wrap up real quick, but I want to say this last part. When you exchange the dialect with your lady, what I do is when I'm exchanging dialect with a lady and we going back and forth, every time she talk, I shut up. Every time, even if she cut me off, I shut up every single time. Every single time. If I say a part and then she jump in on it, I shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
You controlling.
And I keep doing that until I start talking and she shut up. Because they do what you
Do not what you say.
Thank y'all. They all been listening to the K Ferg Show on IntellectualRadio.com with my baby Lee on the line in the Lee Love section. My co-host with the most, Mr. Marcus Shark.
Yes, sir.
The youngin' in the game, Mr. Marcus Shakes.
I appreciate y'all.
Little Daddy King.
The ever so
Hey, can I do a quick shout out when y'all done?
Yeah. The ever so sexy. Man, don't you ever do that again, Chuck. I was just messing with you, man. You know, don't take me serious. And you made me mess up Rashida's name. That's what I really got bad. All right, and the ever so beautiful and lovely Rashida, and the one and only legendary big brother to a ton of comics in the game, especially everybody sitting at this table.
Thanks for having me, Ferg.
And wait, I gotta say this real quick. I almost forgot. So on that list that I talked about 3 comedians that influenced you.
Right.
People thought that I was using the list to at least name a local comic. That's not what it was about. Whoever influenced you.
Right.
For me, who influenced me, who made me do comedy was first Martin Lawrence.
That's who
I
started
seen on
me.
TV. The very first time I ever seen live comedy to see if I could, and it made me say, when I watched Martin, it was like I would just want to be a clown like him.
Right.
But when I watched stand up, it was this dude. And I've told how many times have I told you this?
You told me this story.
So this ain't nothing new. This ain't no woo. This ain't no clout chasing as they call it and all that. This is like, yo, when I first got in the game and to be able to work with B, I looked at B, it was like, yo, dude, you the reason I'm here.
That's crazy.
You're the reason I'm here doing this. Like watching you up there on that stage, I was like, yo, I want some of that in my
Where was
life.
that at? That was
Northern Illinois University for the Kappa's homecoming.
You was a student there, right?
No, I was going to I-State and just came down for the homecoming.
Oh, okay.
And my brother Reese was going there, so Reese and Chris, they were going there. So anyway, nevertheless, but I gotta hurry up, wrap up. What did you want to get to, brother?
July 27th, I got Jeff B headline at the Wise Owl, 324 South Racing Avenue. We got free parking in the parking lot. And Tuesday, I'll be on the P-Pow. I can't say the actual word. The P-Pow podcast. Check it out.
That's what's up. Social media, B?
Yo, man, bcodecomedy.com is my website. Bcode Comedian on Instagram, YouTube channel, Bcode Films. And look out for my new podcast called Scary AF, horror film podcast.
Rashida J. Lucas, Facebook, Rashida Lucas 5, Instagram, and the add to K Ferg. I just wanted to say it's still weird but awesome to be in school with people talking about your jokes on Comic View and actually worked with you. That's super dope. And be sitting next to you.
I've been around for a long time.
So
I ain't going nowhere.
You still look the same.
Yeah, he do.
He don't age.
Except for that little snow.
That's all right.
But nevertheless, listen, man, I'd like to thank each and every last one of y'all for listening to the K Ferg Show on Intellectual Radio, where it's always intellectual with a twist of ignorance. Peace, y'all.
Yes, sir.
IntellectualRadio.com. Don't wanna let you go. Don't wanna let it go. Don't wanna let you go.